Today I will be doing a tier list for Genshin Impact, and the last time I did a tier list for Genshin was back in 2.1 when the Raiden Shogun and Hakomi were both brand new to the game. That's how long ago it was. It was back in either September or October 2021. I might want to recheck it later just to be absolutely certain. Ever since that time, lots of other characters have cropped up within that time frame, from Shenhe to Yaemiko and Ayato. So I want to update this tier list just to reflect on how exactly I feel with these characters. In the time that I have made that tier list, I'm certain that my thoughts and feelings for the characters have changed in some way, be it drastic or something that's pretty minimal. So that's the goal here. I want to know if what I feel about these characters have changed in between then, and then compare them to the new characters that we received in that time. Let's go ahead and jump right in. And what better way to start it off with Albedo? My thoughts and feelings haven't really changed all that much with Albedo. Like, honestly though, like, I still think that his outfit is like, well, I mean, I guess like in the time that I have made the video, I've almost come around the fact that the outfit looks a little better than I remember it being. Though again though, although I think I remember saying that the hair was an issue. Like, it isn't as fluffy as what his art would deem it to be. When it comes to story, I think that I've come around to appreciate him a little more. There are some things that are being set up with him that's a little more intriguing compared to how I felt about him in the past. So I'm a little more positively receptive towards him. I think like my opinion about him hasn't really changed all that much, but I think that I feel that he's a little better compared to how I rated him in the past. I don't know if I put him up as a B or a C, but I think just for the purposes of this particular tier list here, I think the most appropriate way of ranking Albedo will likely be either the B or the C tier. I don't remember if I put him on C or B. I actually don't remember. For now, I'll put him on B. I think that's where I'm going to put him on. Before anyone makes any comments here, I probably should have prefaced this by saying this. The tier list that I'm making right now is not based on combat, not based on anything about meta or viability or anything like that, but it's based on how I feel about the character, what in terms of personality, in terms of story, in terms of character design, lots of superfluous stuff. And that's more or less how I'm approaching this tier list. It's nothing combat related. Okay, well, it might be combat related. However, it's not the main focus. The main focus is just based on looks and how I feel about the character overall in terms of story and aesthetics. Basically all there is to it. So, example, Aloy. Oh, Aloy, you are such a punching bag. It's not funny. It is absolutely not funny that you're this big of a punching bag. What do I even say about you, Aloy? I've never played any of the Horizon games at all. Like, I never even touched a single game from the PS4. Like, I don't even own a PS4. With that said, however, Aloy, I have no idea why, but the transition from the game all the way up to Genshin, it really says nothing to me at all. Like, I have, like, in terms of the design, it's like, I don't think it translated well from where she came from. And story, what story? I just don't feel anything for Aloy at all. It's gonna feel a little unfair because she's a guest character. I want to put her on either C or D. And all of this is without mentioning gameplay. I've already proven in the past that you can make her work, but it's going to be super difficult to get all the pieces lined up. I think putting her on D makes the most sense to me. Amber, one of the first characters that we meet up in the first chapter. I like her outfit. I really do. She's one of the first characters we've met in our adventure, and I feel that she left a bit of an impact towards the fan base, because otherwise she wouldn't be as remembered as she is today. It's just too bad her gameplay is kind of trash. The game design for Genshin has changed so radically. It's hard to justify using her nowadays. I'm gonna put her on A. I'm gonna put her on A, just based solely on her design alone. Ayaka, she was definitely in that tier list I made a while back, and I don't remember what her placement was, but I remember her being up there somewhere. It was either S or A. It was one of those positions right there. I thought of her as being pretty good. Like in terms of design, I like it. Personality, it's a little dry, but it's not something that I would absolutely hate her on. Like it's cute. It's kind of cute. When I was playing it through my free-to-play account, I definitely think that at this very moment, that I might be a little biased, but I'm thinking about sticking her onto A. Though I do think that compared to Amber, I believe that she's on the higher end of A. Or if I put her on S, maybe like on the lower end of S. A for Ayaka. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Barbara. She is cute, but I think in a different way. But I think that cuteness, I feel, hits a little different compared to Amber. I feel that this is a character checklist. That's what I kind of feel. Like there's got to be an idol-like character in this gacha game that we have here. It's not a bad thing to do checklists. Make no mistake about that. But I feel that we've gotten better designed characters especially after Barbara, and especially after the tier list that I did back way back when. Maxer's waifu. Oh no. Okay, now you're making it seem like I'm gonna shit on someone's character. Because I do think that she is absolutely adorable. It's just that, I mean, she's fine. She's fine. I think B. B should be just fine. B for Barbara. That's what it is. All right, Bennett time. All right, it's time for Bennett. I mean, here's the thing. Let's just get this out of the way. Bennett is absolutely broken when he was introduced, and he kind of is nowadays. Okay, come on. Okay, y'all know I'm not. Okay, y'all know I'm joking, right? Y'all know I'm joking. All right, let's go talk about Beidou, shall we? When I started playing this game, I've always wanted Beidou. It was around Chinese New Year that I finally got Beidou. Through one free it was through that event where you get one free 4-star, and I chose Beidou. Well, I mean, because I've always wanted her, and I'm glad I did, because I actually liked her gameplay a lot. It's I absolutely loved that Guilty Gear-esque outfit that she has going on here. I absolutely am in love with it. Love her personality. In terms of story, unfortunately, I will admit, I don't think she makes that big of an impact. The only thing I could think of is just her her involvement in the Inazuma storyline. But I mean, considering that you're in the Inazuma storyline, it ain't exactly like that hard to be the best part of the storyline, in my opinion. Honestly, I love her personality. I like a lot of things about her, so that's a very easy top tier for me. With that said, however, I feel that ever since Beidou, I feel that There are other characters out there that I have like a better affinity for. I'll talk about those characters when we get to them. I still have a special place in my I still have a special place for Beidou in my heart, though. I really do. I really do feel that way. I think she belongs. She definitely belongs here, but I don't know if she belongs in SS. That's what I feel so far. So, with that said, now we get to Beidou. Ignore that happened. Now we get to Bennett. As I said before, he was definitely a broken character back then. He still kind of is now. I feel like that I've been too over reliant with Bennett. That's what I kind of feel. So I made the decision that once I got C6 Bennett, I decided that I'm just gonna go and use him and see where that takes me. Once I filled out my roster of characters to use, I feel that I don't need Bennett as much as I need to anymore. I will still use, granted, I'll still use Zhongli because, Zhongli is Zhongli. I knew for a fact that I would be screwing myself out of some like team compositions and the like. Like, I can't use Bennett for just to use with Eula anymore. So there's that. But I do feel that I've come up with better positions for Bennett to be useful in. And in terms of looks for Bennett, he looks good. He looks good. Something befitting of an adventurer. That's something y'all got to keep in mind. Like he really does have the adventurous look compared to a lot of other characters out there. Like it either feels like cosplay or it feels like something that it doesn't look like it's combat ready. Granted, this also doesn't look like it's combat ready, but I can definitely see the adventurous aspect of Benny here. If I'm gonna put him on A, it's gonna be on the lower end. So I think, no, wait, would that really make sense though? You know what? I'm gonna put him on. I definitely feel something more compared to Barbara. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put him between Albedo and Barbara. Yeah, B for Bennett. Chongyun. I said before that I am not a fan of his pants. There's a reason why these pants went out of style in the 90s. Hell, even in the 90s, they were still considered outdated. That said, though, when I did my first Genshin reaction video with my mom, she did point out a couple things here and there. Do I think that it's significantly better compared to last time? No, of course not. But I do feel that Chongyun is a little better compared to how I perceived him first. I know for a fact that there's some fans of Chongyun out there, but as for myself, I like him a little better than Barbara, but I don't think it's better than Bennett or Albedo. Diluc. One thing is for certain, my opinion definitely has changed. I will admit this. It's a little unfair to rate him just based on his alternate outfit, but I will say this. It is a damn good outfit, though. It is a damn good outfit. That's in comparison to his first look. His first look, it's cool. It's cool. Nothing that's like super groundbreaking or anything like that, but I dig it. I dig it a little. Then you look back. Then you look at his alternate costume. Hot damn indeed. Yeah, that looking kind of good. Look at him. Look at that drip in the back. Honestly, it looks pretty damn cool, and I'm almost glad that I'm actually kind of glad that I spent some money on this, because I think that this makes it kind of worth it. I think just with the drip alone, he should belong right over here. Well, actually, hang on. Do I put Ayaka at the top, or do I put Diluc at the top? Just based on the fact that, on his outfit, he's not an S, but I do think that he belongs in either A or S. It's one of those two. Just based on that drip alone, I think that it's Diluc just edges out Ayaka, only slightly though. Only slightly. My opinion might change in the future, but I think that's where he's gonna go for now. Diona. My opinion on Diona hasn't really changed all that much. Even with my mom saying that she is the best designed character. This is her favorite character, by the way. She considers Diona to be her favorite. Period. Yeah, it hasn't really changed all that much from the last time I made that tier list. I still think the hair tie is kind of stupid. I still think that her personality is just meh. Like I kind of don't like it all that much. I like the fact that she's a cat, but I remember saying that with when I did that tier list for Nikkei, and I'm gonna say it here too. There's got to be a little more than just just being a cat. There's got to be like something else. There's got to be something else associated with it too. Unfortunately, Diona don't got that, so that's how I feel about it. And as such, at least in terms of visuals, she looks better compared to Aloy. But honestly, that's not a hard hurdle to jump across. So I'm gonna put her on C. Eula. Oh man, oh boy, oh man. How do I feel about you nowadays? When I barely use you now. When Sumeru was introduced in 3.0, I kind of dropped her for a bit. I dropped her just to experiment with not only the Traveler, but also trying to come up with good combinations for the Traveler. And I honestly dropped Eula because of that. I don't think it's as effective compared to when she was first introduced way back when. Yeah, look at that personality. Like it just jumps across the screen. Yeah, I absolutely love all that. I love that personality. No, in all seriousness, I absolutely do like her her story. Now, I don't think she ever actually had a place in the actual story. The only thing she had was a story quest and several event appearances. I think the only exception here is likely her appearance in the Albedo quest, like the recent most Albedo quest. And I liked her there, and I liked her drunk self too. I thought that was quite adorable to see. And it opened up a bit of her personality that you don't really see most of the time, and I'm glad that existed in some fashion. I still think that she is my favorite character. Like she's still my favorite character. Like even after all this time, in terms of personality, in terms of story, in terms of like all that jazz, and honestly, look at that. Look at her. As beautiful as the last time I laid my eyes on her. She won't be the only one though. She won't be the only one. I'm just gonna put it out there. But I do think that she deserves the top spot. Yanfei. It's been a while since I used her last. But in terms of combat, I do think that she's fantastic. In terms of like a character usability, like when it comes to Yanfei, I think she's good. I think she's pretty damn good. In terms of story, honestly, it feels very disappointing. The only way for you to interact with Yanfei is just through that stupid Serenity Pot quest. I mean, that's all you get for her, like just for around that time. That's all you really get regarding Yanfei. But ever since then, we managed to get another quest that involves Yanfei, and to be quite honest with you, had it not been for that quest, I think my ranking would have been hella lower today. But it ain't. I think that compared to when I rated her back then, I'm gonna rate her a little bit higher. Because I think her role in the story involving Yolanda, Xiao, Shinobu, and Ito, I think I like her a little more. I like her a little more compared to before. I like her outfit, and I do like the fact that her horns are pointed downward instead of, you know, either being upward or just curvy like Ganyu's. It's a horn design that I don't usually see all that often. Honestly, at first I thought those were earrings, but I was proven wrong. Yanfei is gonna be put in not S rank. I don't think she deserves that high of a ranking, but I do think that she's right around there. She's around A, on the higher end of A. That's where I'm gonna put Yanfei in. The Fischl, or Amy, or however you want to call her. If I recall correctly, had this been around the time when I did that tier list, I think I remember putting her on either B or A, only because of my fascination with Chunibyo characters. Now, in the recent most tier list video that I did with Nikkei, I mentioned that there was another Chunibyo character in that game, and I felt that I've already seen a character like this before. Myself and another viewer making a comparison of that particular character with Tanya. One of the reasons why I wanted to do the tier list was because because of Official, because I wanted to see that how I feel about Chunibyo characters, how I feel about her character archetype. Like, do I feel the same way as I did before? Like, do I still think that she is still on the B tier, or is she gonna be worse or better? I think she is far better than I remember her being, because and that's actually because of the summertime quests. The summer quests actually improved her like so much more. I ended up loving her a lot. She belongs in S. That's how much her summer story really changed. Really changed my perception of Amy. The Prinzessin der Verirrung deserves an S. That's my personal opinion. You're more than welcome to disagree with that. Ganyu. She's fine. Honestly, yeah, she's just okay. I liked her design back when she was brand new. This is like a good example of a gameplay taking priority over the character, because I feel that the only reason why Ganyu became so, like, one of the few reasons why Ganyu became as popular as she has is because, well, she's just so damn powerful. And of course, well, and of course also her design, like her outfit, like is also suggests quite a lot. In the time that I have made that tier list, I think there were better designed characters nowadays. Now, do I think that she's bad? No. Of course not. But I think that my perception of what makes my taste in good character design is shaped differently, just a teeny bit. So I think she belongs. She belongs in B. Though I do think that she's right here, right next to Barbara. Goro. He is such an adorable looking dog. It's just a shame that in terms of gameplay, I mean, his only purpose is just to power up either Ito or Noelle, at least based on the team that I have. But damn, his personality nearly salvages nearly salvaged him. It nearly salvaged him. In terms of character design, I mean, I will admit, it feels like a lot of the armor that Goro put on was kind of haphazard, just strung together with just pieces of cloth here and there. Not the worst design I've ever seen, but it doesn't really leave much. It doesn't really leave much of in terms of impact. Had it not been for the animal traits, it probably would have been like, this outfit probably would have been forgetful. Weirdly enough, I think I like Diona better. I like Diona more compared to Goro. That's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. All right, Hu Tao. I'm gonna get some hate mail on this. Is it me, or has she not made that many appearances in the story to leave a good enough impression? Am I the crazy one here? Because I feel like she hasn't really appeared all that much ever since her introduction. Granted, there are some events here and there, but that's kind of all there is to it. Like, she hasn't really made an official appearance in the story. And the thing is this, I do dig her outfit. It does complement what she does exactly. I'm not usually the one to like smug personalities here and there, and Hu Tao is no exception. But strangely enough, I tolerate her a little more, and that's only because of the character story that she was involved in. Had it not been for her character story, I probably would have just forgotten her, period. She should be a good enough B character. Right there. Right there. I like her a little better than Bennett, if there's any consolation. Arataki numero uno Ito. Damn you, Max Middleman. I'm not so sure if I should hate Max Middleman or I should love him, because I absolutely love Ito's personality here. And Max Middleman just sells that character. Like, he made that character his own, essentially. I honestly, I like him just based off of that. In terms of story importance, I mean, shit. I actually ended up like in the subsequent events that he appeared in, I ended up liking him more and more. In fact, this might sound a bit of an exaggeration, but he makes the event stories more tolerable. He makes them a little more fun to play through. Like, every time that he makes an appearance, I feel that Max Middleman's gonna come in to save the day. Now, with that said though, the event stories aren't that bad. It's just that, I mean, they're kind of, I mean, they serve their purpose. They're just content, and they're just filler content, just to get the story rolling along. I can't even speak. I'm gonna put him right here for now. My opinion might change, but I'm gonna stick him in here for now. Kaya. There is some good story potential for Kaya, but I feel that it probably won't play, like, the story potential probably won't play until very likely later in the game's lifespan. I'd probably say another 2 or 3 years after. My opinion might have changed since I last did the tier list, but I think that he's fine. He's honestly just fine. Once we get to know more about Kaya, I get the feeling that he would be a little higher up. But as it stands, but on a higher end. There's definitely something cooking, but it won't be for a while. Kazuha. Don't necessarily like his design all that much. Like, I mean, granted, like, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but I guess, like, under, like, it's good. It's good. I don't know why, but I feel like that we've been getting nothing but Kazuha's quests for ever since his introduction. I get why, but I feel like we've seen quite a lot of Kazuha. From the Inazuma questline to the summer quests, and then to his own character quest. I feel like that we've been seeing nothing but Kazuha. I think he's an A. He's an A, but I do think that he's on the lower end of A. At least in terms of how we feel about Kazuha as a character, not necessarily as gameplay, because gameplay, let's be honest, Kazuha is top tier. There's no debating that one. But in terms of how we feel about him as a character, how we feel about him in terms of character design, I think A should be fair enough. Keqing. Talk about an underutilized character. Holy Jesus. I feel like Keqing barely exists, save for some event appearances and the such. With this particular outfit, though, because I feel that she's only fine. She's only just fine if we're just gonna go by character appearance and, I guess, story. Like, at least how I feel about her. I mean, her outfit over here, yeah, it's good. I don't think it's as good compared to Ningguang's outfit, but as it is, it's nice. I think Keqing belongs over here, because at the very least, I at least remember what Goro looks like. I at least remember an inkling of of Diona. I remember Kaya, but I barely remember Kaching. Here comes Klee. For those who don't know, she is my first limited character that I've ever gotten. And that was mostly because I failed getting Venti when I first played this game. And with that said, she's definitely one of the characters up there that I wanted. That I definitely wanted, only in terms of looks, and in terms of, you know, honestly, cute factor. There's just no two ways around it. I like her cuteness factor. Gameplay, it's very clear that ever since Klee came out, the gameplay design has changed radically, like ridiculously radically, to the point where Klee nowadays just doesn't feel right at all. Like, her gameplay nowadays is kind of trash-ish compared to Aloy. I feel that she's slightly better, but I mean, that's again not a big hurdle to jump over. But I will admit, she's damn adorable. She is pretty damn adorable. She's the token cute girl. And I think she deserves, as such, right around, yeah, just above Big Brother. Just above her big brother. Kokomi! I remember when she first released, everyone called her gameplay absolute trash. Like, absolutely useless even. But as time moved forward, as we were getting more updates, such as the Ocean Hued Clamp set, and then the introduction of Dendro, she became one of the best characters to have. While I don't have her, while I can't make that particular argument, I think her design is great. Like, it feels graceful. It feels graceful even. And it's one of those characters that I really want. And in terms of looks, she's fine. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Now, do I think that, now, the thing is, there could be some improvements made here and there, but as it stands, I like her. That feeling when the Kokomi VA ended the stream due to trolls commenting over how least popular she is. Pretty disrespectful. And not a single one of those bitches ever apologized. In terms of story, I feel like that she got robbed. She got absolutely robbed of her story relevance in Genshin, because especially in the Inazuma Archon quest, like, it is such an unfortunate thing. Because I do think that the character design is great. Had her story placement been better, I probably would have put her up a little higher. Maybe, like, I probably put her up on S if that was the case. That's how good her outfit. That's how good her character design is. Now we get to Lisa. If only the main writer for the Inazuma storyline didn't leave mid-story. They had to rush it. I'm a firm believer that the only reason why they rushed through the story is because well, it ain't exactly a creative decision. It was a business decision just to sell Raiden Shogun. That's, like, I'm a firm believer of that. I don't know if anyone can tell me otherwise. Looking at Lisa, you never really forget the reason why you want to play this game. One of the reasons why I wanted to play this game was because of a streamer that I frequented. I mean, I still do nowadays. That he tried out this game and he thought that it was pretty good. Like, he thought, like, overall he thought it was pretty good. There was one character in particular though that that really caught my eye though, and it was Lisa. Lisa was the one to really have me gravitate towards the game. At least at the very least try it out. I haven't turned back since, and I don't regret that. SS tier for the mountain climbing championship of Mondstadt. Okay, that's one. Okay, that's part of the reason. Even after so many characters out there, even after so many characters that were released through the gacha, and honestly just throughout the game's lifespan, I never truly forgot Lisa at all. I would usually, I mean, even for fun, I would usually try to play as her sometimes. Compared to a lot of other characters nowadays, like, she's not that remarkable anymore, but she definitely has a place right there. In A. Mona. I'm sure you see the appeal of her immediately. I mean, Look at that. Look at that personality. Like, it's just leaping off the screen. I think I said that joke already. When we did those story quests, I feel that we've gotten to know better about all the characters' personalities, from Fischl to Jinyan to Mona and Kazuha. But weirdly enough, I feel that we don't really learn a lot about Mona, even through that quest. And then her alternate outfit, or the quote-unquote censored outfit, you know, it's funny. Even though she's supposed to be an astrologist, or at least some sorcerer type character, I know it's not the same thing, but you could tell that there's like some similar vibes going on. I feel that her outfit, it doesn't really speak sorceress or astrologist. It seems more like a swimmer type of outfit. That said, however, this outfit actually looks like a magician's outfit. It actually, like, the outfit actually reflects her description far better than what the original outfit did. Its outfit ain't bad. It's just that I think that the alternate outfit does the description a little better. I mean, she has the least improvements in terms of story, so I think it's maybe fair enough to say that she belongs, yeah, right there, just below Albedo, but a little above Hu Tao. I think that's fair enough. Ningguang, with the alternate outfit that I have her equipped with, it's I mean, it looks pretty good. I will admit, I like the fact that she isn't a typical rich person. Like, there's a reason why she became the way she is, and I do respect that. I respect it. I do like her gameplay, though. I do like a bit of her gameplay. So she goes right here. Noelle. Okay, outfit on point, but to be fair, this is kind of generic. But I do like me this kind of character, though. I really do like Noelle. It's a real quick one because, well, I mean, honestly, I think I've already said what I've said with the last one, so I probably say I'd put her right here. I like her a little more than Ganyu. Jean. Some say the alternate outfit would be a downgrade. Personally, I think it's fine. I mean, you could do worse. I mean, in terms of personality, she might be a little, it's a little dry. Now then again, considering her archetype, it's not surprising that it would be that dry. It's a character that I think to myself, I think that, I mean, I've seen this kind of character before, not just in games, but in anime as well. So it's not something like that unique, and as such, right there, right where Diona and Ningguang are. Oh, Chi-Chi. Oh God. Okay. Weirdly enough, while my first limited 5-star character was Klee, my first standard banner 5-star character was Chi-Chi. Actually, it's funny because I was summoning on both the standard banner and the limited banner at the same time. So I managed to get both Klee and Chi-Chi roughly around the same time. Though I think I got Chi-Chi a little later. I'd probably say about a couple days after. It's gonna sound crazy, but I actually like her more compared to when I made that tier list. Now, I don't think it's much of an improvement compared to when I did that tier list, but I do think, but in terms of usability, she's good. She's pretty good. I think she has a place now, and that's mostly thanks to the Ocean Hued Clam set. I just hate the fact that she would try to spook people when losing 50-50s. That's more or less all I have to say about that. I'll put her on A, but I think if anything, it's going to be tied between these two over here. Razor. Razor's okay. Even with the recent most story quest that he was involved in, the event quest, I mean, I only see him as only okay. Like, he went from just okay to just okay. Like, there's like no two ways about it. I did like his gameplay initially, and I mean, it's just there. Like, he is a character that exists. That's the best way I can put it. But he's weirdly memorable thanks to that JoJo pose in the background over there. Actually, he could just stay right there. Yeah, I think he's good enough right over there. Oh, jolly, Rosaria. Razor is wholesome. Yeah. There's nothing that's too offensive for Razor that I would say, quite honestly. So he's good. Rosaria, on the other hand, he kind of bad though. I feel that Rosaria, in terms of story, hasn't really made much of a real impact. Though I do appreciate the fact that we got a goth mommy existing here, so I appreciate that. Too bad that that Hoyoverse just went out and nerfed her a little bit, and even further with the outfit. I get the story relevance why she would wear that outfit, but it's kind of a downgrade. It's a bit of a downgrade. Even to this day, I still prefer this outfit. Just above Diluc, but just below Yanfei. Sarah. My enthusiasm is very infectious. To be fair to Sarah, I don't think she's a badly designed character, but I feel that she was wasted. Like, if Kokomi was wasted, then Sarah was just underutilized. I feel that she could have done more in the story. She could have done a whole lot more, but for some reason there wasn't anything. Like, she got like nothing. While her outfit isn't bad, I feel like her story relevance was just thrown into the gutter. That's a shame too, because I actually am a kind of a fan of the bob of the bob cut that she has over here, and I like the fact that she very much resembles a Tengu. But in terms of story, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just gonna have to put her somewhere like on the higher end of C, because at the very least there was some potential here, but it's like wasted. It's just wasted. Sayu. I think by this point we've already gotten so many little girl characters that I feel like that we've gotten to the point of I know it's weird to say this, but we've gotten to the point of saturation in a bit, like a teeny bit. And this character isn't even a little girl. She's just short. She's fine at what she does, but quite honestly, it's okay. It's just okay. So I'm gonna put her right here, just below Goro. If you're a fan of Sayu, more power to you, because I do think that there are some qualities I can see people going for Sayu and stuff. But for myself, I mean, by that point, I feel that it's reached like a bit of a oversaturation kind of thing. Like we've received so many of them. I feel like there goes another one, and it's not even a real little girl. Shenhe, on the other hand, oh boy. Oh, behave. She really ticks some of the boxes I have on my list here. God, that body is so ridiculous. Even my mama would say, even my mom would just look at her and say, she is a Shakira because them hips don't lie. The story actually ain't that bad either. Her story actually is pretty good. So I do respect that. I would probably put Shenhe not on S. I don't think she deserves it that much. But I do think that she's somewhere on the A category, because B I think is too low. I'm gonna switch things up out here. Yeah, Yanfei will go on the lower end of S, because I do think that thanks to her story quest involving Ito, Yelan, and Xiao, I think that my perception with Yanfei has improved quite significantly. Then Shenhe, I think she belongs right here. Raiden Shogun. Oh god. When I made that tier list, it was definitely before the interlude quests and the last chapter. Though I do think I remember putting Raiden pretty high. I think it was either SS or it was either S or A, because I do remember putting up an SS by that point. SS here, right? There's no way she's not SS. If we were going off of simply the Archon quests and not the interlude quests or Raiden Shogun's other quests, I probably would have put her on A. But because of those quests, I feel that as a character, she has improved. Out of all the characters in the Inazuma storyline, Raiden, I feel, is likely one of the better characters narratively. That's how I feel about it. It helps that that her outfit is nice on the eyes. I'm just gonna put it that way. I think SS. Yeah, I think so. Definitely a top tier character for me. Sucrose. How can one be mad at Sucrose? How can take one good look at her and try to be angry at her? She's adorable looking. In terms of design, yeah. I mean, granted though, like I probably say like the what do you call it? The waistline look, well, not the waistline, more like the hip area looks a little weird. At least with the way that the dress kind of like goes out like in that direction, or at least like the ends makes it look a little weird. But other than that, I mean, come on, she looks nice. I'd probably put her right here, right next to Bennett. Yeah, that's how I feel. Child / Tartag. There's at least one or two other appearances I remember Tartag in, and ever since the 2.1, one of them was the Labyrinth Warriors event, and the other one was a recent most one. It was involving Yoimiya, but other than that, I don't think I've ever seen him in any other event quest, unless I'm stupid. Can someone correct me if I'm wrong? There were only 2 appearances that I remember him in, and that's just the Labyrinth Warriors event and that one camera event. So I don't remember he made any other appearances in that. I barely remember him other than those 2 instances. I mean, his outfit is okay. It's fine. But I think his Fatui outfit from what we saw in that video from a while ago looked better compared to his in-game outfit. But, you know, that's just a me thing. Just below Goro. Just below him. Now next, Toma. Talk about a character that barely has any relevance, but I get why. He's a side character. I mean, compared to a lot of the other characters in this game, he's a side character. But I feel like even as far as side characters go, like when you compare him to Ito and the like, I mean, it's just like meh. Like he's like generic as all hell. For those who don't know, I put a Tartag over here on C tier, in between Goro and Sayu, and I'm gonna put Toma. Well, actually, I think it's fine that he stays there. Actually, I did not intend to do that, but yeah, here we are. Venti, you were the first character I wanted since the game started. I didn't even get you until the rerun. Venti's not exactly meta anymore, but I still can't forget him. And as for story relevance, I mean, that time has passed, but I do think that there's still some potential abound with this guy. Also, as a side note, I really, really, really love the English VA's singing in that recent Violescent Fest. I think she did a fantastic job with Venti. Gonna put him right here on S. Gotta put them on S. Xiangling, cute, adorable. And you know what? I actually do like her personality a lot in this game. Now, granted, I don't think she has that much story relevance ever since her quest, or hell, like not even that. So ever since the lunar event from a while back. Slightly better than Bennett. That's how I feel about Xiangling. Xiao. Design is only okay, though I will admit, compared to a lot of other characters out there, I feel that this one feels busy. Like, it feels a little busy, especially with the spikes on the side that he has over here, like right there, right. But it's not a bad design. I feel like I like him a little more compared to before. Right here, still in the lower end, but a little higher than Changyin. Xingqiu. In terms of gameplay, I think that he still has a place in the meta. But in terms of story and looks, it's okay. There's a lot of, I mean, that's a running theme regarding character design, huh? It's mostly just okay. I think he deserves on the lower end of B. I think so. Next, Xinyan. Oh boy. Don't we have a topic to talk about, huh? Had this been before 2.2, I probably would have put her either on B or C. But the subsequent quests that we've been getting so far, I think she is so much more. She's absolutely so much more. It's just too bad that her gameplay still kind of like meh. Like it's just underwhelming. Honestly, I think she's in the wrong element. But her story and her personality, I think that they've been getting so much better, especially in the summertime quests. I think so. On the higher end of A, that's where I'm gonna put her on. Had her gameplay improved a little more, I probably would have put her on S. That's how good she ended up being, for me at least. Yay, Miko. I'm just not a fan of smug characters like Yay Miko, and by effect Hu Tao as well. As far as smug characters go, or at least know-it-all characters, I feel that it works for her. It works for Yay Miko. Considering who she is exactly, it works for her. I like her design a lot. I like her. I kind of like her personality. Like, I personally don't usually like this kind of archetype, but in here, it makes sense. A, but on the lower end. I still don't like smug characters, but I think that she deserves at least an A. Yoimiya. Her outfit complements her personality. That's the best way I can say it. It's like she lights up the world. If Ito's the life of the party, then she's the spark of people's joy. That's what I kind of think. I don't think they complement each other because their personalities could be somewhat different, but I do think that Yoimiya's personality lights up the world. Yeah, that's more or less how I feel about Yoimiya, really. Like, there's not much else beyond that. So, I think that she is a good character design and honestly good personality. Right here, right between Rosaria and Diluc. Yunjin. Yunjin is likely a very okay character. An okay character with I will say this, a pretty good character design. And I like her animations. And it helps that her opera singing was at full display here. So I can at least give props to that one. Between Mona and Albedo. The Wrath of the Rock shall know no bounds, Zhongli. Keith Silverstein sells the character, and his voice absolutely sells the character. I think so. Like, look at that drip. Even after 2 years, 2 to 3 years actually, he's still the freshest looking dude in the game. I think my opinion hasn't really changed all that much ever since my last tier list. I like him better than Venti, within the same ground, just within. I like them both for different reasons. Let's talk about Ayato. Other than the fact that I remember him liking Boba, there really isn't a lot to speak of when it comes to Ayato, at least in my personal opinion. I know for a fact that he has his fans, but I ain't one of them. Definitely above Xingqiu though. I will definitely put him above that. Right here. Because at the very least, with Xiao, there's at least some feelings I have for him. Not a lot, but it's there. Whereas with Ayato, I mean, yeah, it's just fine. Kuki Shinobu. I mean, that outfit, man. The only thing I remember her in extensively is the one with Ito and Yanfei, Yelan, and Xiao. And I'd probably say, like, that's... I mean, there's a few quests here and there, and I absolutely loved her hangout quests. That much I will say. So I think I'm gonna put her up a little, definitely giving her an A, just above Amber. I think that's where I'm gonna put her. Oh, Mama Yelan. She's very lucky that her character design looks great because her story is just meh. Like, honestly, like, I will be real with you. I think that her story is just okay. Like, it's just okay. But her character design, on the other hand, that's a different story. Absolutely flowing with energy here. Like, I'm really loving the vibe that she gives off. A, but on the very high end of A, because I think that her outfit really sells it to me. It's just too bad her story is kind of meh. That's it. Heizo. Out of all of the teen characters that I have seen, with the exception of Venti, Heizo looks like a girl. If you told me from a distance that he is a girl, I would have believed you. If I did check out his quest, my opinion might change a bit, but as it stands, it's fine. Right here, just below Kujosara. That's where I'm going to put her in. There's only so many times I can say adorable. I will say that. Because, well, I mean, I will be honest here. She is, like, her character design is adorable. It really helps that she had already made an appearance prior to her gameplay appearance. You know, through the side stories and such. Because I think that the side stories, well, not the side stories, more like the prequel, the prequel manhwa actually helps out quite a lot. I think that as such, I'm going to rate her pretty high. Not too high, but high enough. Right here, just below Diluc, just below Yoimiya, but just above Diluc. That's where I'm gonna put Kali in. She's a better version of Diona, because I mean, I'm gonna be real here. They look the same to me. They really do look the same. But in terms of character design, I feel that Dori looks a little better, just slightly better. Plus, it does help that the big cloud that she has, that thing, the mobile bean bag, is helps out quite a little bit just to flesh out her personality. As such, I mean, it's still not that big of an improvement, I will admit that. So as such, gonna put her on B, on the lower end of B. Considering both travelers are included, I actually did not see them over here. I like Lumina more than Aether, if there's any consolation there. Aether on the lower end of A, and Lumine on the lower end of S. Because regardless of which one I choose, I mean, story's the same. Character design is something. It's something that I have to have a feel for this. And as such, honestly, I prefer Lumine's design over Aether's. Tainari. Yeah, I like his design. Yeah, canine-like. I do like his Kingdom Hearts shoes. B. On a higher end of B, and I'd say right around here. Ooh, Candace. Design? 9 out of 10. Great. Honestly, great. Although, in terms of gameplay, though, she could be better. I won't lie, I was a little disappointed with her gameplay. Just a teeny bit. I don't think she's great all around. But I do think that she deserves at least an A. Right here. Weirdly enough, I like Lisa more than Candace. Yeah, I know. It's weird, but that's how I feel. Wait. Because she could be friggin' scary, that's why. Sino. There we go. Sino. Design-wise? Yeah, I like it. I like it quite a lot. And story and personality, I mean, it's only okay. Like, I don't think it's something to write home about. But I like it. But I dig his outfit. I dig his animations when it comes to, gameplay and such. You know what? Right here, best buds. Yeah, best buds together. Nilou. Ooh, okay. I've been waiting a little bit just to talk about her. Design-wise, great. Absolutely great. I like her. And in terms of story, Yeah, I like her too. Honestly, I like her story in, I do believe in one of the quests. Make that two. Make that two, because not only did she have a story quest, no, a character quest, but she was also involved in the main story. And I like her in a story in the Archon quest, and I especially like her in the in her character quest. So there's that. Plus her animations. Look at that dance. S tier, but just below Venti. Wait, no. Just below Yanfei. There we go. That makes much more sense. There we go. Layla. You know, in terms of gameplay, I don't really feel all that much about Layla. I mean, she's just okay. I mean, I like her quite a bit. Like, she's a little bit of, just a teeny bit of eye candy. And in terms of story, I mean, the only quest she was in was that Pokemon event. And I mean, I think she's only okay there. Although, the only real negative I have with Layla is just her voice acting. Honestly, it's a little irritating. Like, I don't like the English VA of Layla. I might want to check out the other VAs, but as it stands, yeah, I mean, this is just meh. I'm gonna put her on C. Oh god, tier expansion. Kusanali / Nahida. Gameplay wise, she is the most fun I've had for with a character in a long time, in quite a while. Story-wise, I think she is a very compelling character. Probably the most emotional I've ever seen it for a Genshin character in quite a long time. And personality? I mean... How could you say no to that? How could you say no? You're high if you think I'm just gonna put her on A tier or S tier. You're high if you think I'm gonna put her there. Nahida best Archon, no contest? Definitely SS tier. But do I like her more than Eula? Do I like her more than Raiden? I think she belongs here, but I don't know if I like her more than Eula. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think she deserves to be on the top spot. I'll get back to this. I'll get back to this soon enough. Faruzan, or Hatsune Miku. I don't even have the character, and I can tell you for sure that I feel like that she only just exists. That's all I feel about Faruzan. I mean, it feels like she doesn't really make that big of an impact compared to other 4-star characters. Maybe it's something I'm missing, but as it stands, I don't like her all that much. I know I joke that she's basically just Hatsune Miku, but quite honestly, I think she's just like right around here. On C tier. Not D tier, but she's just like there. Only thing saving her is just the Hatsune Miku design, and that's it. And last but not least, Scaramouche / Wanderer / and on my character, I named my character Beta Lin. If you play Tower Fantasy, you'd understand the joke. I did try him out a little bit, and I think that in terms of gameplay, it's cool. It's cool. I actually do like the mechanic of flying all around. So that there's at least something here. And design-wise, I prefer his Fatui outfit more than whatever he has going on here. That said, the outfit, I mean, it's not that bad. Like, yeah, I mean, the outfit that we have here, it's good. Story, on the other hand, I think it's good. I think it's Wanderer's design. I think Wanderer's story is very good. Not as good as Nahida's, but all right, well, that docked it down a point. I do think he's an A character. He's definitely an A character. If he had his Fatui design, his original Fatui design, he'd probably be rated a little higher. But that stands, I'm gonna put him right there, just below Lisa. Well, actually, no. That don't make sense. I think, yeah, you know what? Right here, just below Rosaria. And a little above Candace. We managed to complete the tier list as of 3.3. I know that I'm missing characters like Alhaitham and Yao Yao, but unfortunately they haven't been released yet, so I won't be able to rate them fairly. Same thing with Dehya and Baizhu. But if I were to rate those 4 characters in particular, just based on the splash art and the in-game designs that we have seen here's how I'll put them. Baizhu, I feel that character is, I feel nothing regarding Baizhu. I mean, I do like his pet snake. That's at least a design that I haven't seen in a while, at least from any of the characters in Genshin. So that's at least a point. But other than that, I think that Baizhu deserves a C. I think he deserves a C. I'd probably put him around where Kaya is, just between. Well, hold on, my fat ass is out of the way. I'd probably put him somewhere between Heizo and Kaya. I think that's where I'm gonna put Baizhu if he was in here. Yao Yao, I mean, it's yet another little girl character, and I will make a defense on the whole little girl thing, because Yao Yao existed before any of the other characters like Diona and beyond existed. So I'll give Yao Yao a bit of a pass here. With that said, however, I feel that Yao Yao is, at least in terms of design, is okay. It's something that I expect from a little girl character by this point. So on that note, I'll probably, if it were up to me, I'd probably put her somewhere in between Sucrose and Shao. That's where I might put them. Where I might put Yao Yao in. Alhaitham, I like his design. I actually do like his design quite a bit, and I like the fact that I like his personality in the story as well. So if based on that, I'd probably put him around A tier, but on the lower end. I'd probably say just above the Traveler, just above Aether. And then there's Dehya. My lord, design, like top tier design. I love it. Absolutely love it. She's basically Beto, but on fire. I like her role in the story, at least in the Archon quests. And in the time that we have seen her, I did dig her personality. So as such, I shall put her somewhere on the S rank. I don't think SS, if we have a story quest that delves further into Dehya's story, I might put her on SS, but for now, I think S should be a safe bet. I'd probably put her just above Zhongli, but just below Fischl. And as such, we finally managed to do the tier list. Damn, it was such a long time. I think it went on for double the amount. I know that my last tier list lasted for at least an hour. So I imagine this is likely within half an hour to hour 45. I could be miscounting, but I think it's roughly around that much. Yeah, this is more or less how I feel about the characters, and I have no doubt in my mind that my opinions have changed since then, especially with the introduction of new characters and the such. And the thing is, well, I mean, let's just be honest here. There's gonna be more characters coming along in the future. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I mean, there's the characters that I've already mentioned. There's the characters that haven't been announced yet. This is more or less how I feel about it. I think this is a great tier list, in my personal opinion. And yeah, that's more or less all there is to it. So if you want, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of that. You can post it on anywhere. Mention me, and yeah, you can ridicule me. You can respect this tier list, whether or not, whether you want to or not. Don't really care all that much. Don't really care all that much about what you do with this tier list. Just do with it as you will. I'm definitely proud of what we have going on here. You forgot to put Nahida before Eula. Oh, did I? Do I really want to put her above, though? Nah. I think I'm going to keep it the way it is, because I feel that Eula is a character that I've that I have like the biggest amount of respect for, at least in terms of being a character in. Well, hang on. Damn, I actually think you might be right, actually. The more I think about it, the more I think that between Eula and Nahida, their backstory feels like it's similar. At least in terms of society rejecting them in some fashion. You know what? You're right. Can't believe I'm doing this. And there it is. Yeah. I didn't think this would happen, but here we are. Nahida actually beat out Eula. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Definitely, honestly, I think Kusanali definitely deserves to be up there. Alright, well in that case then, here you go. Here you go, another screenshot. Take 2, everybody. Take 2. That's the revised tier list. Now I think that the tier list is now perfect.